Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ladies Room Talk Show. I'm Clarissa Kenty, your Kingdom Concierge. Happy Monday, everybody. What a beautiful day today. It was gorgeous. It was like perfect. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, nice breeze. It was excellent. I hope you were able to enjoy your day. Not a typical Monday. It's a beautiful Monday, and I hope you have a great evening here tonight. So we have a great show here lined up as always, but I want to remind you something. Listen, it's time to vote. Tomorrow, the polls will open. Get your tails out there and vote. I'm one of those people, I feel like there's no need for you to complain if you didn't vote. Your vote counts. And based on everything that has been taking place thus far, you should realize that every single vote counts. Numbers are a big thing. And this election is extremely important. This is based on your party. So whatever party you vote for, you will identify within that party who is the best candidate that you want to represent you in November. Why is that important? Because you have to have the strongest candidate in order to be able to fight effectively for your party. So make sure you get out there to the polls and vote. Tell your friends. If you forget, put it on your calendar, put your notifications on, put your alarm on. It is very important to go out and vote. I believe the polls open up at 7 a.m. in the morning. Don't meet them there. Beat them there. Get to the polls and vote, guys. And listen, I think it closes around 7:30, somewhere along in there. So either take your lunch break, go before your work, or leave early. They should be giving you time to get off to go vote. If not, make some noise about it. Get out there and vote. Want to give a big shout out to my guest on last week, Lexi and Chandra with Refine Non-Evasive. Hey, we learned a lot of things about our bodies, girls and guys, things that's going on, things that they're doing. They have estheticians there. They do a lot of different work on your body and all the things. They also have a what we call a doc in the box there as well. So if you are not feeling well, you have some sniffles or whatever, you can go down and get checked out. And it's really a really good, it's a good thing that they're running down there. I go there for my services. I really love it. I love what they do. I love the first class service that they get. So for all of your esthetician needs and more, go down to Refine at 105 Vulcan Road downtown. All right, guys, you want to be able to get out there, vote. I can't say it enough. All right. My kids is laughing at me, but I mean it. So, guys, today we're still talking about mental health. All this week, we've had things about mental health. I was on a program with Brushes and Balance, mental health. Last week, mental health. You know, mental health covers a large spectrum of things. And today, we're talking about mental health as it relates to the physical body. So we're going to be talking today. I got my girl coming back into the ladies' room. She pretty much has a virtual key. I mean, she can come. She's like, hey, I want to come on. I said, when, where, what time? Come on in. Because she knows that she has it like that in the ladies' room. So we got Nikki back in the place.
Hello. I'm doing well.
Good, girl.
Thank you so much. You are too.
Oh, I'm trying. I did shower for you today. I said, well, Nikki's going to go ahead and take a little shower today. So I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk about something different this time. Mm-hmm. You know, you're talking about fashion sometimes and entertainment, but tonight we're talking about something different.
Yes.
And so we're talking about thyroid. We're talking about Graves' disease. We're talking about autoimmune disease and probably a few more. Yes. So, and you have an event that's coming up that's called, is it EYES or I?
Well, it's EYES seminar.
Yeah.
But an I stands for embracing your empowerment. So
I love it.
The seminars, they often talk about and speak about health and well-being. So this particular seminar, like you said, is Graves' disease, along with thyroid disease and Hashimoto's and other autoimmune diseases.
Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that because I don't know a lot about it. But we're going to talk some more about it because so people who are dealing with that, I'm sure there's an attack on the body, obviously, but also on the mental capacity of a person.
Yes.
So you're dealing with having to deal with something that's going on in your body that you're not used to or that your body is fighting against. And so mental health is very important as well. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Yes. So my next guest we have here today is Miss Royal. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Now, this is your first time in the ladies' room.
It is.
What do you think about it?
Oh, it is. One, it's an honor. And it's just so, you can feel the atmosphere is different when you walk in. So I'm going to say thank you.
Amen. Well, y'all make it. But together, everyone achieves more. How about that?
There we go.
So, I'm glad that you're in the building here tonight. Also, Tia is in the building as well. So, welcome, Tia, to the Ladies Room Talk Show.
Thank you. Glad
that you're
thank
here.
Thank you for having me. It's great energy in the room. I love it.
Okay, well, we're going to talk. We're going to talk because these ladies are doing some things on that day. So I want to talk about that, Nikki. So what's Royal doing?
Miss Royal is our lovely host.
Oh.
Yes, she is our host. And Miss Beautiful Tia, she is one of the guest speakers.
Okay.
She is a strong woman that is living with Graves.
Yes.
And she also fights a battle with thyroids as well. And I'll be a speaker as well.
Okay.
And I'm living with thyroid disease. So
wow, it's one of those diseases, ladies, that is not really talked about a lot. People don't really, you may read about it, but you don't really know a lot of people that do. And then if you do, you guys just don't look like what you've been through or what you're going through right now. I mean, you just don't. So Tia, tell me a little bit, what is it like living with that disease? What are some of the symptoms that you have to deal with?
Okay, so living with Graves' disease, not to sound funny, but it kind of can turn you into another person because it affects your hormones. It attacks your hormones directly. And as a woman, that's really important. It can make you mentally unstable in a way. And also it takes a toll on the body. So autoimmune disease, automatically you get sick easy. It can have an effect on your looks. So as a woman, that's very hard to go through because one minute your skin, you knew what to do for your skin. Now all of a sudden your body's attacking itself. So the same things or products you used to use used to work, but they don't work anymore the same. Your hair is falling out. You don't have the same appetite, or you have to change your diet for certain levels in your medicine or certain levels in your blood. You have to completely change your diet. So living with this disease is very interesting, and you constantly learning about it every day because it's like your body is constantly changing from it. So first of all, you aren't this disease. So anybody that is going through this, you are not this disease. You have an everyday uphill battle with it. But it's definitely something that you can overcome if you study the disease or talk with somebody who has the disease. Different pointers, different facts that you can go through. And I can just say, like, hasn't been easy, but it's definitely something you can overcome.
So is this something that just showed up, or were you born with this?
So I wasn't born with it. It is something that showed up very early in my 20s. I'm in my 30s now. It showed up at the age of 24. So I went through it pretty early because normally this is something that women deal with in their late 30s, early 40s when they start going through this. It can be hereditary. So my grandma has Hashimoto's, so she goes through thyroid issues. And then I have an aunt who has Hashimoto's, which is the underactive thyroid disease. Graves' disease is an overactive thyroid. It means it works so hard to the point where you crash out and you're tired all the time. So definitely not something, I mean, you could say I was born with, but it's not something I've been dealing with since I was born. Just something that showed up in my mid-20s.
This is so interesting. I've never heard the explanation of that, and I never knew that it would show it at certain times, like ages in a person. So you deal with Graves and you deal with thyroid disease. And so what is it like managing that with you?
A lot of the same things like Tia said, and Graves' disease can lead to thyroid disease. And Graves' disease is basically when it leads to thyroid issues, it's the hyper. You have two types. You have hyper and hypo. I deal with hypo. And like Tia was saying, you'll crash out because everything is going and going and going and going. So hyper, it causes a woman to lose weight. Hypo causes a woman to gain weight. And as she said, us being women, it takes a toll on your physical appearance. With me, the way I found out, I didn't really know much about it. My dad looked at me and told me my eyes were bulging. And my mom has thyroid disease. And I later found out her father suffered with thyroid disease. So it can be genetic. It can be hereditary. She has hyper and I'm hypo. So dealing with things like your hair falling out, your hair thinning, and you can have like certain flare-ups. And I deal with, and this is hypo, symptoms of hypo, your eyebrows, the tail of your eyebrows will fall out. So you'll lose the eyebrows. You'll gain weight. You can gain weight at a speed as rapid as 10 pounds within a week. And it's really nothing you can just really do about it. Your skin, your mood swings, it can cause headaches, just a lot of different things. And you're thinking, what's going on with me? What's wrong with me? And you have no idea. In our community, we've never been educated on it to know, hey, I need to go to the doctor and check my thyroid level. We know if certain things happen, I may need to check and see if I'm diabetic, or I need to check and see if certain things, high blood pressure going on. But you don't know to say, hey, I need to check and see if my thyroid levels are intact.
So is it, there's certain times where they recommend you take certain tests. So when you start getting a colonoscopy, you start getting, breast exams, is it a certain age where they say, okay, at this time you need to start getting your thyroid checked?
Well, it wasn't really, no. I've never heard that.
You gotta ask on your own. I had to ask on my own. Just like what Nikki said, your eyes were bulging. I was starting to get a goiter in my throat.
I had a goiter.
And my eyes were bulging as well. So not only do I have Graves, but I had the thyroid eye disease as well. It causes appearance, so you have to go to the doctor and ask for it. I would recommend any woman who might be feeling a little off and don't know what's going on, ask about your family history. If you know your grandma, your aunt, your cousin, they deal with thyroid issues, it might be best to go to the doctor and check your thyroid. But one of the telltale signs is the eyes. It's always going to tell.
It's always
in
the eyes. And that's what he told me. He's like, your eyes are bulging. You need to get your thyroid checked. And sure enough,
he knew because of your mom.
Exactly.
Wow.
He knew because of my mom. And she had surgery in her 20s, maybe 30s. Like Tia said, it generally comes like 30s, 40s. But and mine came. It started in my 30s. And I ended up having they went in to remove a goiter, but saw other things and had to remove my thyroid gland. So I'll be taking medicine for the remainder of my life because it acts as the thyroid gland. It replaces the thyroid gland. And that medicine, it goes up and down. Every 3 months, I have to go back. And sometimes sooner. Within a month, because it can fluctuate. My medicine has ranged from 86 milligrams to 157 milligrams. So everything in between I have taken since about 2015 is when I had my surgery. So
I second that.
Yeah.
I've had the lowest dosage recently, which was like 88 micrograms. And I think I've been up to 125. So it's always up and down. Like anytime I go to the doctor, I just have them check it anyway, even if I'm not going for my thyroid. I have them run labs on me.
And we all know, us as women, we don't like to gain weight. And when somebody brings it to your attention, it's like, that goes along with what you were talking about, that mental health. It will weigh on your mental health. If you're looking in the mirror and you're like, you see your eyes bulging, you don't like it, you don't like the way you look. Or there have been times I'm shampooing my hair and I have 2 handfuls of hair in my hand. Your hair is thinning, you're looking different, your eyes are bulging, you're gaining weight. That weighs on your mental health. And people are not always so kind.
Being a model, we both in the modeling world,
Exactly.
so we had to keep
Exactly.
up a certain weight. So that makes it even harder because it's like
Right.
we had the pressure to keep the same weight because it's like every time, okay, we got to go get remeasured for our comp card.
You gained weight since the
We
last
gained
time.
weight since the last time.
You know?
We're not the same measurements as we were
Right.
6 months ago.
Right.
And I just started keeping measuring tape
Yeah.
because I never know where I'm gonna be. When I just started keeping it at home and measuring myself because instead of going somewhere, I'm just look at the chart, Google the chart, and just do it myself, and then update my comp card because I never know where I'm gonna be.
I thought I was the only one that did that. I was like, let me just buy a measuring tape and do it myself or have my daughter do it. Yeah. So it is really, it goes along the lines with that mental health because it weighs on you, and especially being in the modeling industry, sometimes you'll feel less than. You're not as confident. And that has a bearing on modeling because when you hit that runway, you're supposed to exude confidence.
Right.
And how can you exude confidence if you're feeling bad about yourself? You're not feeling good about yourself. So it's a constant battle. But like Tia said, you are not your disease. You're not. So, but you can do it. It's manageable.
So now, Royal, you got a job ahead of you.
Yeah.
Because we're listening to the testimonies, we're listening to the stories, and so they represent so many more people that are dealing with similar things. And so, with you being the host of this event,
What an honor!
Yeah, you have a weight on you. So tell me, what are you thinking? Where are you gonna take this event?
Well, now I know what my stance is going to be. You are not your disease. When Dee asked me to be a part, she was just pretty much like, I want you to be the motivator, which I'm the bubbly one. But I didn't know what angle to come from because oftentimes with me having like a biblical background, oftentimes it's almost like, oh, you're going to be healed. You're going to be healed. And I was talking to my mom about it and she was like, you can't go in it like that because you're not the one dealing with it.
Right.
And so I want to be relatable, but then I'm also advocating for the ones who necessarily don't deal with this disease. I want them to be able to come in because you don't know who you're going to run into. It also will allow you to have more grace for people. You don't know what people are going through on the everyday basis. And so just to come in, get the knowledge, get the information so that when you're out and about and you're meeting people, you're able to know exactly who you might run into. And so I'm the motivator in the event. These women have literally just been pouring information into me, other people in the group. And I did set up an appointment to go get my annual because I've been talking to them. But outside of that, I'm the motivator. I want to be the one that kind of keeps the energy up because like they said, you go through things mentally on the everyday basis. And so just to kind of come in and get loved on, that's what I'm here for.
Okay. It just sounds like it's going to be a really nice event. I know the event will take place. Is it on a Saturday, May 23rd, or what day?
Yes.
Saturday,
Hoover
May 23rd
Library.
at the Hoover Library.
And
What
it's
time
free.
does it start? It's free. Oh,
It's free.
We can't say that enough.
Yes,
y'all.
it's free.
Sign up on Eventbrite so we know you're coming, so we get the head
Yes.
count, and we'll have refreshments too.
Yes.
we probably should have started off with that.
Yeah. Should have led with that.
Refreshments and free.
There you go. But the event is from 11 to 3 p.m.
11 to
And-
3 p.m. Will you have any testing or any vendors that will be there?
We will have some vendors and we'll have and we're also, you can win a gift card for massage.
Come on.
Yes. Who doesn't love a good massage?
I mean,
Because there are certain things, there are certain points and pressure points that you can use when it comes to these diseases. And I want to point out, it's not just for women. I know it's more prominent in women, but men can have it too. Like I stated earlier, my grandfather suffered with it.
Thank you
So
for
we
mentioning
want to
that.
invite men as well as women to come out. If you are a caregiver, if you just know one of your loved ones have it and you just want to know more information about it, or if you think you have some of the symptoms, or like Tia said, you have something going on with your body and you don't know exactly what it is, come out. We'll have pamphlets. We will have massage therapists, yoga instructors, letting you know how you can do certain things with your body to help you cope and to help you through. So we're encouraging all men, women, even teenagers or kids. I was speaking to kids in a middle school, and because of what I said, this young lady went to her grandmother and told her, I think I have thyroid disease. She thought she was crazy, but she took her to the doctor, and turns out she had hypothyroidism.
Wow.
And she was how old?
She was like in the 8th grade.
That's very uncommon, but very
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
I was talking to a OB I had. I don't have her anymore. OBGYN, and she was telling me how when she got pregnant, she started going through thyroid issues. When she had her baby newborn, her baby had thyroid issues.
Oh, wow.
And that's what made
Mm.
hers go off. But after she had her baby, she was fine because your hormones are already crazy while
Yes.
you're pregnant.
Mhm.
So hers were just
Yes.
off the wall crazy.
Yeah.
And she
imagine.
said, my little baby, I was telling her, she was like, what medicine you take? I was like, the levothyroxine. She was like, you must have thyroid issues. I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, my baby's going through. I said, how old's your baby? She was like 13 months. I was like,
Oh wow.
13 months.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, she had it and it caused me to have it while I was pregnant, but then I stopped having issues after I had her. And it was because of her. So and then like you mentioned with the men having thyroid issues,
Yeah.
I had a neighbor who had thyroid issues and he got only half of his taken out. Sometimes you get the whole thing,
Yeah.
sometimes it's parathyroid, sometimes
Mhm.
it's the whole thyroid.
Wow.
And you have a T3 and a T4.
Mhm.
And I like to explain the thyroids as like being the thermostat of your body
Mm.
because it controls your weight, it controls your blood pressure, it controls your mood, it controls whether you're hot. I can be hot right now, and 15 minutes later, I can be cold.
Mm.
And for women, young like me, having it and going through menopause as well.
Okay, now see. I'm gonna tell you now.
That's the thing.
menopause. Because when you were talking about the symptoms, they're very similar.
They are.
I
They are
felt like
a-
I was going
they
through
are.
early
Yeah.
menopause.
Yeah,
with
they're
what I
very
was going
similar.
through.
Especially when you were kind of laying it down. I'm
Mhm.
like, man, that sounds like menopause.
Yeah.
You know, because one thing you did say, it deals with the hormones.
Mhm.
And so when it's attacking your estrogen levels
Yes.
and your
Mhm.
testosterone, and women do have testosterone, but it's that estrogen when it's depleted, it does the same thing that you're talking about: hair
Yes.
loss and weight gain and all the things, and your skin changes.
Skin
'Cause
breaks out.
yeah,
all
'cause
the
when
time.
I hit-
flares up.
I hit menopause. I said, "Now wait a minute." I said, "Where did this acne come from? That's for children." I had to learn that there
Yeah.
was a thing of adult acne,
Acne, yes.
and then I had to change the makeup. It's just all these things that you are talking about.
Changing
So
soaps.
yeah,
Yeah.
Can no longer use certain things
Mhm.
anymore. Even when it comes to your hair shampoo, your hair
Mhm.
stop reacting a certain way to
Exactly
it.
to certain shampoos. That is so true.
And soaps and lotions.
That
too.
is so true. I have changed hair products. I have changed
Mhm.
soaps. And you don't, like I said, you don't really know what it is.
yeah.
And I think I may have been about 40, I think I was about 48 at the time.
Mhm.
And I got a couple of bumps in my face. And I said, well, what is this? So I'm asking everybody, what do you do for a pimple? Because I've never had one.
Right.
And I was like, what do you do for a pimple? They're
Mhm.
like, you're this old and you don't know. No, I really didn't.
Mhm.
And the thyroid disease on top of the menopause,
Mhm.
it is really
Wow.
like you go through some crazy emotions.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If anyone has ever been pregnant, it's that
Mhm.
intensified.
Mhm.
It's that on steroids,
Mhm.
really,
Mhm.
because you have both of them
Mhm.
doing
I
the
was-
same thing in your body. So
I was
it's
crazy.
Mhm.
it's just it's I mean
I hate to be funny. I was
tried to hold
crazy,
it
y'all.
in.
I was trying to,
Let it out. Just let it out.
you know, my dad, he cannot see. He's blind, but he knew I had thyroid issues because he said, I know my child. I've known you for 24 years. You are not acting like yourself. Everybody else saw the physical appearance,
Mhm.
but he noticed the change in my personality,
Mm.
sleeping a lot,
Mhm.
being irritable about the smallest things. And he was like, "You're not my child.
Mhm.
Go get your thyroid checked." And he was the one who told me my grandma had thyroid issues. So he was like, "I think that's what you got going on."
And see,
And he
that-
was right.
Yeah. Wow.
And see, that's one thing. Like her dad told her. My dad told me.
Mhm.
Neither one of our fathers have thyroid issues
Wow.
or suffer with it.
Mhm.
So that's why it's important if you have loved ones, if you're just the ordinary average Joe
Mhm.
or Jane, we're saying come out, because who knows, 2 years down the road, you may see these symptoms that you heard at the seminar,
Mhm.
and you're able to tell your loved one or your friend or your spouse, hey, I think you need to go and have your thyroid levels checked.
Yeah.
And so it's open and important for everybody, for everyone. A lot of people have not even heard of thyroid. They haven't heard of Graves' disease.
They don't even know what it is.
They don't even know what a thyroid is.
They
I
don't
had
know
someone
you
to
have
say,
that
is
in
that
your
in your
neck."
thigh? No.
Somebody said that.
Yeah. Yes. They like, is it in your thigh?
thigh?
No, it's
Oh.
not. It's
Wow.
this little butterfly shaped
Mhm.
organ in your neck, and it controls so many
Yeah.
things.
You mentioned something I thought was interesting, and you said it's like a thermostat in your body
Mhm.
and kind of gauges how the body functions and how it
Mhm.
operates. Now, is it possible to live without a thyroid?
Yes.
Yes,
I don't
had
have
mine. Me either. I was looking at Tia. I see her,
We got our
her scar,
scars.
and hers
can
is right
barely
there,
see it.
and mine is right
Yours
there.
is
Mhm.
Up a
Right
little.
here.
yes.
Up a little, right
This
there.
is my recent surgery.
surgery.
Mhm.
But this is the thyroid cut. It's usually kind of like
right above your
Yeah,
your
right-
collarbone.
right above.
Mhm.
Right above
So
your
I
you
wish
can
you could zoom in.
you
I
can
wish you could
tell
zoom
you can
in.
tell
Mhm.
people that have had the surgery because the scars look exactly the
The
same.
Wow.
It is amazing. Like my mom and Tia are about the same color. My mom's look just like that.
Okay.
And some women dealing with thyroids, their skin is changing. So some women don't
Mhm.
heal up good with their
Right.
thyroid. Some of them
Mhm.
have their keloid,
Mhm.
or it just doesn't heal right. So if you do have a surgery, make sure you're taking care of it. My
care.
surgeon straight up told me, clean it, vitamin E oil, vitamin
Mhm.
E oil, vitamin E. That's all she said. I said,
Mhm.
what about cocoa butter? She was like, no,
No.
vitamin E,
Mhm.
because the cocoa butter is like too thick, too
Mhm.
heavy.
Mhm.
Straight vitamin E oil.
Mhm. I guess it's easy to absorb the
Mhm.
vitamin E.
And it's rich for your skin. too.
Right. Wow, I'm learning so much. Aren't you? Like you,
I
you ready,
am,
Roy,
I
for the
am.
23rd. You hear
See,
me?
that is
Yeah.
what the 23rd is for.
I actually
to
have
educate.
a question though,
Mhm.
because both of you guys mentioned how your grandfather and your dad
Mhm.
told you. How did they deliver the message? I guess for men who's listening, who probably see these certain things and knowing that it could affect your mental, how can they deliver that message to you guys in a loving way?
Well, being it's our dad,
Yeah.
And we've been
Daddy's
with
girls.
them all, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm my daddy's girl, but
Yeah.
he don't tell me straight up.
That's
every
He's
time.
going. My daddy is not gonna. He's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot straight from the hip. That's it. And his thing was, he was like, "Your eyes. I'm looking at your eyes. You see, your eyes are bulging. You need to go and have your thyroid checked." That's exactly how he delivered it. It wasn't like harsher.
Mhm.
It was a more of a concern, because if you are a family member, a friend, you're gonna be concerned.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come across that way.
Okay.
No matter, I think no matter how you word it,
Mhm.
it's gonna come across with genuine
Mhm.
concern.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
that's how my dad delivered it.
Yeah, I'm a daddy's
agree
girl
with
too.
Nikki,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But everything she said.
Yeah, but it's good that they're in tune. I was
Mhm.
talking with someone earlier today, and my dad was always in tune to everything,
Mhm.
even down to like if I would sit like this, he'll say, "Clarissa,"
Yeah.
and I pop my back up. So I'm one of those that's always like, "Why she sits like that?" Because my daddy,
Yeah.
Right.
he taught me posture and poise. But he was always that guy that
Mhm.
would. If there was this time where the lipstick, the dark lipstick, like the chocolate dark,
Yeah.
and remember when that first came out. So I wanted to be like everybody else, and so I you just did your eye makeup and then your lips, and that's it. He was like. He said, "What is wrong?" Because I'm originally from South Carolina, so he would come and visit in Birmingham, and so we went out to eat one night. He said, "What's wrong with your makeup?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Where's your rouge?" I was like, "Rouge?"
That's an old phrase right there.
Blush. He said, "Yeah, where is that? And where that lipstick? Take that off. That's too dark. You need to put the red back on." He was just that dude.
Mhm.
He was just really keen and in tune. And so they don't have a problem with hurting your feelings to make sure you're right.
Yeah. And that is so funny because I was told the same thing. I wore that dark lipstick. I thought it looked good.
That was the style,
I thought it
though.
My mom wore it. Like I said, she's Tia's color. She
Mhm.
wore
Yeah.
I just thought I looked good in it. And I was like,
This one, no.
Get that off.
That's
Get that
not
off.
the
Put
move,
rouge
Nikki.
back on. Put
Right.
the rouge back on. Yeah.
We need
so
the full face.
it's gonna start, Saturday, May 23rd,
yes.
Hoover Library.
Yes.
Guys, it's going to be at
11
11:30 or 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
What time does doors open? Is it right at 11?
Well, about 10:45.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
10:45.
10:45.
All right. So
And it starts at 11.
with people coming in now with these vendors, because when I have events
Mhm.
or curate event, if I bring a vendor, I certainly want people to patronize them. I want them to buy, I want them to purchase.
Right.
So what type of vendors is it? Something that we should be getting our money together for our purses and our neckties and
Well,
our
it's-
whatever? Or
It's more on the health side.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more on the health side.
you have supplements or something like that, or more
For-
educational?
Yes, more
More
educational.
Okay.
Yeah. Informing the community.
Mm. Okay.
And once they're informed,
Mm.
then that should spark. It should.
Mm.
It should spark them being intuitive.
Right,
Like I
right.
want to see I want to dig more into
Mhm.
this, and
Mm.
they may be able to tell someone that tells someone that tells someone else.
Mm. Mm.
Now, like I said, we're giving away the massages.
Okay. So
So
massages,
that's
refreshments,
yes,
free.
free.
Free. I love it.
Triple
So
three.
you do have to register. I remember you saying something
Yes.
about that, Tia. Where guys do they go to register?
You can go on Eventbrite. You should be able to look it up via Eventbrite for Saturday. If you look up Saturday events, you should find us. If not, you can go on my page on Facebook. I'm Tia Brienne. You can go on Nikki's page. You can go on Royal's page, and we have it shared on our pages for the thyroid event this
Mhm.
weekend.
And
Or
they
you can
look it
just
up
show
by the
up.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, show up.
Just show
Just
up.
show up. You
Clarissa
don't
has
have
given
to
you
register.
all the
All the
information.
information.
We just
And
show
the
up.
doors open at 10:45.
We just like a head
Yeah.
count, but you don't have to register. If you
Right.
show up, we're not going to turn you away. We're going to
Mhm.
welcome you with open arms.
Okay. So what can we expect to receive there? I know we got the beautiful Royale who's going to be she's going to be emceeing and hosting, and so we
Mhm.
got our speakers that are going to be here.
Mhm.
What else can we look forward
And we
to?
have one other speaker that will
Okay.
be there as well. Another
Mm.
two,
Yeah.
one or two two more panelists.
Mhm.
Jaleesa's moderating the
Yeah.
Q&A.
Mhm.
So if you have any questions, you can come out and ask.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Very good.
Go ahead and write your questions down so
Gotta
you
be
can
good,
have
so
them
you
ready
be
for Saturday.
That's
Yeah.
right. You gotta
yeah.
be ready. Well, I'll tell you. Let's just go around the table. So you are the host.
I am.
Okay. So look at the listening audience, and what would be one of the reasons why you would tell them it's important to come?
For information, definitely for information, to be uplifted, to just get out the house. Like they said, it also deals with your mental health. So even if you're not dealing with the disease and you just kind of want lifted spirit, I would just say just come for the atmosphere, honestly.
Mhm. Okay. Nikki?
Just to piggyback off
Mhm.
Royal, because it's informative
Mhm.
and you'll see beautiful women too.
Mhm.
I just wanted to throw that little plug in there. The information
Mhm.
and seeing if you see yourself
Right.
or if you see someone that you know, a loved one, things of that nature, and to just get what you can get,
Mhm.
the information and the know-how. If you are a person that's dealing with it,
Mhm.
you could be 1 year in, you
Mhm.
could be 6 months in,
Mhm.
and having people that have been in it for years, that have gone through different things, different years. Yeah, and you can get that information and learn how to deal with what you're going through.
Okay. Tia?
I would piggyback off of them. Number one, information.
Mhm.
You could never stop learning. So even if you not going through any thyroid issues, it's always good to learn. You could use that information to help somebody else. But the main thing is, I want anybody that comes to our event to feel empowered. I want you to feel empowered more than anything. Like, I'm empowered because I learned something new. I'm empowered because I shared something with somebody here, or I'm empowered because I'm around strong people that are speaking on their stories on their behalf. So that's what I would want you to get out of the event, feeling empowered.
Okay. So listen, guys, there's so much to learn here about the event. I like that acronym. It's really neat. So make sure you get out there to the Hoover Library. Go to the website that Leah mentioned to you guys about. You don't have to register, but it's very recommended that you do, so they get a good head count on who's going to be there. So it'll be Saturday, May 23rd, 11 o'clock a.m. to 3 p.m. So you want to get out there. Whether you have a disease that you're dealing with, you need to be informed, or if you are a caregiver, I highly recommend you come out to this event. It's a free event with refreshments. And so you want to come out and hear the panelists, answer your questions, and meet these beautiful and amazing women. So before we go here tonight, I always have my guests to give an encouraging word to somebody who's listening. So I'll end up with you, Nikki, but I'll start with you, Tia. Tia, if you can look in the camera and encourage somebody tonight, I want you to speak to that person who may be having the same symptoms that you're mentioning, but they're afraid to go get it checked out. I want you to speak to that person tonight.
You are not your disease. I would say listen to your body. If you feel like something's wrong, do not be scared to reach out. There's resources out here available. Go to your doctor, see what's wrong, run those tests, and listen to yourself. Listen to your body, because it's always going to tell.
Okay. It's a Royal. Is it Royal or Royal?
Royal.
Oh, I like to say Royal, but I always like to say Royal.
Oh, I'm taking that.
Right.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying Saturday now.
Royal. So let's talk about those who are just thinking, I may go, I may not. I mean, encourage those people who are on the fence about coming to this event.
Oh my goodness, just come. Just come, be uplifted. The word that's sticking out to me right now is just transparency. If you're altering, if you're on the fence, not knowing whether you want to be here or not, just be transparent with yourself. Just be honest. You can't heal what's not revealed. And so we need to reveal if you need, a certain healing. So just be transparent with yourself, be honest, and then just come out. Let's have some fun.
There you go.
Spoken from a true happy finger.
Spirit fingers.
Happy fingers. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, Nikki, you are hosting this. You're the curator, or you're
No, I'm one of the speakers.
one of the speakers. So,
Panelists.
okay. So, Nikki, you encourage that person who, and your camera is here, but encourage that person who's dealing with it, but they don't feel like going anywhere. They don't feel like doing anything. Encourage that person tonight.
Well, I would say, because I've been there, not wanting to do, not wanting to go, just be that person of resilience. Love yourself enough to make sure that you're okay. I would say do everything in your power. And we're not looking at how you look, how you're dressed, anything like that. We just want you in the building. Because once you're in the building, you get the information that you need to take care of you. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anyone else. And we need you there because we need the community to know. We need you to be informed. We need you to be educated. I know sometimes it's a battle. And if you are living with it, it is a battle. And like Royal said, transparency. It's nothing that if you're living with either one of these diseases, you'll see people, you'll see faces that are going to embrace you because we've been there or we're there. We're all in this together. We want it to be a place of harmony.
Yeah.
Like she said, the atmosphere. We want everybody, we're going to love on each other because I can't say it's not an easy thing to go through. It's not. And we know. So we're there with you. So I encourage you to come out, be amongst people that are loving, caring. It's a no judgment zone. So love yourself enough to come out and be informed and be loved on.
I love it.
You sure you don't want to be the host? That was beautiful.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, you definitely want to make sure you come out to this. I really believe that knowledge is power. And sometimes we want to sit in ignorance and assume or think that in sitting in our ignorance that whatever we're dealing with is going to disappear and go away. And that's a lie. It's just you're delusional at best. And you're hoping that it will, but it will not. Just deal with certain things head on. And I think this is going to be a good opportunity to get the knowledge that you need, get the information that you need so that you can get the help that you need. And if you're a caregiver, get the understanding that you need, because if you're caring for someone who has this disease, you need to be just as knowledgeable as the person who's dealing with it so you can care for them properly. So we're still, guys, in the middle of Mental Health Awareness Month. This is the time to go ahead and get that information, because if you don't know, that's fear, that's anxiety. That's what happens when you don't know things. You're afraid. And so you want to get rid of that. And one of those things I always say is God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind. And a sound mind is coupled with information, is coupled with understanding, and is coupled with love, like you mentioned earlier.
Can I say one more thing? With it being Mental Health Month, we have so many people that we encounter or see that says they're depressed. They're going through depression. And some of them will say, I don't know why. That's a symptom. That's a symptom of this disease. Depression.
Right.
So if nothing else, if you're just having these symptoms that you don't know, like Royal said, if you don't know where they're coming from, just symptoms, and Tia said your body's not feeling like it should, just come out, because you have no idea what it may give you.
Right.
So it could mean the difference in life or death. Because if someone is going through depression can lead to death. So coming out can allow you to come out.
I love it.
That was a word.
I think you should take that with you.
Yeah.
You see, I need to write that down.
Write it down.
Go to the replay.
Write it down.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for hanging out with me inside the Ladies Room Talk Show.
Thank you for having us.
I know this is not the niggas been here several times, but you guys are more than welcome to come back. If you have the events or whatever, come on back to the table.
Thank you.
I enjoyed y'all. I enjoyed you. All right, guys, remember, go out and vote tomorrow. It's terribly important. Go out there, cast that vote. Get it out there, because you can't complain if you don't vote. Okay, we see you out there at the polls tomorrow at morning 7:00 a.m. Find out now where you're supposed to be, because you know the okie doke is real. Okay, so get out there, vote, wear your sticker, take your picture, show everybody that hey,
Vote.
Yes. Get it out there,
Vote.
guys. So
Go vote.
Go vote. All right, guys, we love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Please share this post. We need to get this information out to as many people as we can about this awareness, about this event that will be taking place on May 23rd. That's a Saturday. Opening doors at 10:45 a.m. at Hoover Library from 11 to 3 p.m. Go out there, get that information. You want to know more about it? Go down into the comments, because I hope one of these three beautiful ladies will put that link inside that information. So look for that in the comments. All right. We love you guys. Stay safe. Stay the course. We'll see you back here next Monday, 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Good night.
Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa.